Hey, welcome back to FlatWorld. Um, I took yesterday off. Sort of. I was doing other stuff, but not here. I wasn't feeling great. Um, so I left off all set. I got this stuff all hardened. Thinking we're going to do a house. And I'm trying to decide where exactly to put it. There's a couple of spots that make sense. One's over here. If I did, I don't want to be too close to this. That's why I have that over there. So, if that's 0, then 5, 10, 15, 20, 5-ish here. Build a house over here in the air. I don't know if I like it much. I'm pretty sure I don't want it down there. Yeah, although I could, and probably should, in any case, kind of monster-proof it entirely. I'm not just preventing darkness, but actually, doing carpet and whatever so that there's no chance anything can spawn in the house. I want to have somewhere I can just retreat into that there's no chance anything's a problem. The other, there's a few. I mean, I can go in any direction, but I'm kind of thinking toward, there's the sun east, so this is west. Build out this way a few meters, and we could fill it in at some point. I do have a lot of dirt. It's just there's a process to actually putting it down and having it in place. Go out this way a bit, just kind of extend everything we have from like that corner over there to whatever's over here behind the sorting system and so on. The melons are there, and then there's the corner of that torch. Ultimately fill all that in. We just go, I don't know, 10, 15, maybe 20 meters. I don't know, let's grow some dirt. And I'm just going to more or less figure this out as we do it. I think. So if we, it doesn't necessarily have to be centered, although I guess it could be. I don't know what it'd be centered on necessarily. Maybe, given what's built, it might be here or maybe over. Here's good, otherwise I might get too close to any clacking noises I don't like. So let's just go from here. Build out, torch it for now. I'm not too concerned about shadows down there anymore, because I don't have much reason to be down there at all. Except to get more dirt, I suppose. But that's not a huge deal. I can do that without too much trouble. What's 25? Yeah, why not? So if I walk out the front door, I more or less have this. Makes some sense to me, I think. So that leaves in part figuring out, well, I mean, probably build out kind of a base here. Let go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, what is it? It doesn't really matter, but 210. Let's go 15, maybe. I don't know, how much iron do I, or iron, concrete, so 6 stacks basically. And you can't do anything to this stuff. You can't make stairs. I can make stairs out of like quartz, or why would I want quartz stairs? I don't know, but maybe one more. Just for now, because we are going to have, this will all be filled in, but I just don't want to bother with it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should be a 240. And from here we just kind of we'll just build a thing back here. Well, actually, wait a minute. Let me There's no reason to put dirt down. I mean, there obviously is, but what we could do is, well, everything to this, everything to this point filled in is going to be a big lawn thing. Maybe that might be a little wider than I need to do. Let's just go over here. See, the problem is, if I put down dirt, I can put down dirt and I can get it back. It's not a big deal. It's just a waste of time, I suppose. Because if I put in a floor, unless I want the floor raised up off the ground, which I don't see any real advantage to that, I'm just replacing the dirt with flooring later. So maybe, what do I have for? I have no room. Well, knowing that, let me see how wide this, I don't know how big a house this is going to be. I can get more concrete too, it's not impossible, I just got to go find more gravel. That's actually really pretty wide, isn't it? Let's go maybe the middle half, or I don't know. We can stick with it, I'll just build an outline for it and figure out from there where it's going to go inside. So probably like this. And just go maybe that big. Yeah, there's monsters down there that are just spawning in the shadows. I've got lights, or I've got lights down there, and a lot of glass floors up here. But then I got various little machines and things that are just casting shadows down. So down there is a bit dangerous. Probably there's just random monsters. Mostly they're slimes, which aren't great. That matches up, right? Yeah, I guess. So, as far as like flooring, because I'm going to want to think about that fairly soon, because that's where we kind of have to start. Kinda. I mean, I could probably outline whatever the house is going to be in dirt and put the concrete on top of that, but let me go have another look at how wide this looks. My options for flooring, technically, yeah, it's big for it's fine for a yard. It's pretty big for a house. That would be like a mall. It's pretty, well, it's not a mall, but it's big. For wood and grinding, I'll probably put carpet on it, so it's irrelevant. Oak, which I don't like much. Birch is, you can work with it because it's a light, thing. I don't have acacia, which would actually be kind of neat if I did. Spruce I like, and it's just, if I carpet it over especially, it doesn't really matter what it was. Jungle I don't much like. Dark oak's good, but it's a hassle trying to get the whole, everything accumulated for it, so I might not do that. I probably would do that if it were just wooden flooring. That would look good with a white concrete thing, but I think what I can do is just use spruce because I have so much of it. There's some right here. In fact, give me that. And then carpet it over with, this stuff, which isn't quite dark oak, but it looks pretty good against white. So, yeah, let's, and I can use dirt as a surface for now. It doesn't matter if I lose it, I'll get more. Just throw some dynamite down there and get a bunch at once. Front door. That's another question. For the kind of house I'm thinking, I was just going to do kind of a modern block house thing, cubic thing. You wouldn't really see a centered front door, so... but there's no grass here is throwing me off. I keep forgetting it's this is all going to be lawn, and then you just get to the house and it's right there. So let's, let's just give me all this stuff. Let's just kind of floor plan this. Let's suppose that this is going to be floors for whatever reason, right? We'll figure out where the door goes at some point. I do want to factor where lights are going to be, which ought to be right here, in fact. Yeah, this can all just be a big chunk of something. And I can technically go up and down. It's not impossible. I'm not really near any torches here, so if I use water to climb around, it's not going to hurt much down there. And if it does hurt much, it's not going to matter to me because I'm not going down there for much. Yeah, so if that's just a floor, right? Like it might be a big room in the house. I don't know how big it would be, but it might be a room in the house that has a floor. From there, and the trick now is if I want the lights on these points, you know, 0s and 5s, I can't have walls right here, so then I'm going to have with carpet and all, it's less important, but it's nighttime. It's something to factor for. Why don't we just give me this for a sec? And that. Well, this could just be the widest point of the house. It doesn't matter. I need more wood if we're going to really do this, but it's almost more like sculpting. I mean, it's, you know, what you're removing is air, I suppose, but it's still or, you know, chiseling. Oh, rain, how fun. It's going to be kind of so, yeah, floor, why not? And then we can, well, damn. Okay, let's put the actual front door more over here somewhere. I happen to have some dirt handy. Hang on a minute. Because what I'm thinking is centered as the house can be on the whole map, or on the whole upstairs area thing that I have here. I might more likely come in from this angle if I'm going home for something, so I could see a reason to have the front door kind of offset a bit. And if I come in diagonally, I'll just get there. Is that right? So, yeah, this could be... Yeah, that makes some sense to me. Why not? So, big room, you know, windows, stuff like that. Let's then recede a bit, and this is the kind of, let me go back, where am I on this? Just to make sure I know where the lights actually go. And, I'm going to need more wood in a sec. Don't know if I want to necessarily build all the way, well, otherwise it's not going to be full, is it? Build that in. We'll just assume that's a thing. Go get more wood because I'm out. Which I assume, I don't know why I assume I have some wood in reserve. I didn't really think about it. think if I had put any in here left for the last time I chopped this thing down for something. A bit. Maybe enough to work with. So. This may be nothing more than just building a floor plan, and then I don't know, go from there. Yeah, God, everything is so chunky in this. It's just, there's no, it shouldn't matter much, but just everything is, you know, necessarily a meter wide. Is it going to be, that's going to be a remainder of 2, isn't it? I'll come back for that. Okay, so that goes there, I guess. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm, there ought to really kind of, I don't want the, it doesn't really matter what the lights are as long as there's enough of them and the carpet prevents anything from happening anyway. It doesn't, it's just, let's go with the shape we want, care about lights later. We'll want lights in it, or it'll be pretty dark without them, but it won't matter functionally if we have lights necessarily. Let's go all the way back with, or at least most of the way back. I don't care about lights as much anymore. Let's just fill all this in. Yeah, let's leave that open. I'll put a light there because it's where it goes if I use it. But that actually ought to be a light, I guess. Get over and see how this looks from any distance, if I can figure it out by looking at something down there. That's kind of neat, I guess. I mean, it's not bad for now. It doesn't really matter. It's not like there's a wrong answer. This is kind of the Bob Ross style of architecture. I don't want just this one little thing here. It's not going to make any damn sense. So let's go, at least fill in this much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you really don't want is little pointless things jutting out for like no reason. I also don't know if I want too much symmetry. Well, obviously not. I'm just sort of filling it in. So for sure we want to go back this way with this. Okay. What does that give us for basic layout? Alright, this being not filled in is bugging me. I can't tell. It's the same size as that, I think, but you can't tell by looking at it because it's teensy. Or it's something that looks different. That actually is looking better. I could... Oh, hell. Let's start by just filling in what we have to work with here. Wait, is that going to be off? Oh, it is. It's okay, hang on. You can just use that by moving this to here and then like that. Happy little trees. Okay. How does that look? Oh, I really kind of want the house at some point to get further out this way, I suppose. Let me... Maybe... That goes all the way there. So this is a pretty good chunk for, you know, back of the house, whatever it is. Oh, there's nothing there to talk to. be filled in, obviously. I guess I'm wondering... Yeah, but then that's... Okay, hang on. It's like it really doesn't matter, but in a way that makes it more important to get it being something I want it to be. Yeah, I think that might be okay. Let's just fill it all in and find out what we get, because, again, it's going to change as we, you know, have less air gaps that are just preventing me from seeing how it actually looks as a big solid object. Go ahead and... Oops. I don't know if I have enough wood for this. I'm going to have to go hit a tree real quick. Which, incidentally, we can put trees on the lawn, too. I mean, that seems obvious. Even if the house I'm kind of aiming for probably ought to have, like, palm trees, which to date we don't have. Although I wonder a bit about it. Not a lot, but we just started seeing we just got a snapshot for 115, and it's got bees in it. Not that bees are palm tree animals, but I'm out of wood. Need wood. There's none in that. I don't know. I'll go find out. It doesn't really. I got to go over to a tree either way. I'll try this one. If it has stuff, great. If not, I'll just chop it down. Probably I'll just chop it down anyway. I'm going to need some wood. And it's not like it's going to be a single-story house. We can go up and down. We could actually have a basement. It's just a matter of... Oh, we do have some. And... Okay, thanks for not working. Give me that. We'll just, while I'm here, grab that. Do I have room for anything? Not really. Huh. That's annoying. Well, I'll have room where the saplings are now. I'll just grab those so I make sure I have a way to replant this thing. I could... I don't know if I want a super tree like this on because I'll just get podzol. But I might be able to grow another one of these things over in that area. Offset enough that the podzol can't spread. Maybe even just have a weird little podzol spot. Elevated, set off, you know, rimmed by something like stone brick or whatever. Yeah, this stuff's horrible. Let me grab up what there is to grab so I get a net gain on saplings. I don't want to run out of these things. I'm not going to, but, you know, still. And, I have a reason. I don't want these sticks for anything. I'd rather have the wood. So this guarantees I get wood instead of sticks. Actually, I'm going to drop off some. I've got like 15 things of dirt I don't really need on me for anything. This thing can go, and then we have... I still don't want any sticks. Yeah, that was my point. Get out of here. Okay. Now I don't have any room to... Well, no, yeah, I have. I can make planks and put them in that spot until I can get more room. Could put in dirt too. It's just downtime. Get over here. Yeah, I don't quite hate how this is looking so far. This looks a little narrow. I might pick a direction and build it out a bit more, but for now, it's where it is, and we'll figure it out. That was dumb. It's nighttime right now. It'll remind me to watch for dark spots, I guess, maybe. That's theoretically open. Fill in these, and then, yeah, this will give me a chance to back up and see how it looks in the relative darkness. Maybe, I don't know what that's going to tell me, but damn it. It might be be something to know about. Let's go have a look. Yeah, this looks really narrow. Even for just one room, it's really pretty tight. Once you have walls in place, it's going to be hideous. Yeah, I'm going to expand. I'm going to push that way, and then we'll just move from there. I think that'll make the most sense. Just add about 5 meters per spot, per bit. I don't know what the hell it is. Take a nap because I lied. Where's the bed? All right, go. Let's fill into that spot, that spot, that spot. Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah, let's maybe just do this. And then I don't know why there's a plane landing in my yard. If I go all the way to the edge with all this, it's not really a problem because I can just build out the grass around it and make it look normal again. It's going to be strange if the whole thing's just floating in the air, which is kind of doing anyway. But it might make a little more sense if it has kind of a grassy matrix to be in. How's that looking? Did I get it all? I think so. Go get kind of a view of it. That is a decent sized house that is an interesting-ish shape. Let's just go with that. And then save, I don't know where to put it, but save the rest of this wood for other floors and whatever, slabs, things like that. Okay, and then that pretty well, yeah, again, I can put the concrete on this because there's going to be grass in front of it, so you're not going to see that it's a grass base there. Although, well, I don't know if I want to do that because then the lights, I don't know, I gotta figure all that out. Let's go ahead and let's just have some of this. And this is reuse. I'm just going to put it on this, I think. So, lose a thing. Oh, then there's that light. So let's go this way. No, it'll work out. Yeah, let's just do this. It's a bit chaotic, but it'll kind of probably work. And it'll give us a basic shape. And I can just, pickaxe this back out, obviously. So if I want to remove spots to put in windows and whatever, I have that option. So pull back until I get to this spot, which is again lights. So, and then I guess here I'm just, yeah, we'll put the lights outside because there's really no room in here. And chisel out places for windows and doors when we need them. And then this has to go over the side to preserve, keep lights, but then lights make sense right there, so I'll do that. And I don't have to be up here for this. And then that's, I guess, probably that. So now what do we have? No reason to use the pickaxe if I don't necessarily need to. Oh, I didn't fill in the front, but yeah, that'll work, I think. Which, of course, puts me out of time, but let me just seal up the front here real quick, and then over somewhere, I don't know exactly where I have this in mind. The front door can kind of go off to the side somewhere, and then I might shift things around or build like something or other so we have kind of a courtyard to walk into where the door is. I think if the door is on this level, do I still have dirt? Well, I don't know, grass, dirt. If I just fill this in real quick, granting I'm over time and just have to hurry on it. Just to get an idea what I'm talking about here. Let the grass start spreading so we can get a better look at it. I mean, the grass, even with the tick rate up a bit, is going to be not ready in the next 10 seconds, but it should give me a rough idea what I'm talking about. If that's like that, and I'm over here and walk across what'll be filled in, then that, yeah, the front door can go kind of there-ish, I think. And then you go in the house, turn around, you got this big room that sunrise and whatever, and sunset's back there. It'll be fun. I'm just going to get out of here for now. Get this out of my way. So yeah, that's what I have so far, and I still have enough of this stuff to get, basically do what I just did, but for 3 or 4 meters up, which will make it more house looking, I think. And I'll get that done and for next time, and then we can start talking about the actual elements like windows, doors, floors, carpets, furniture, if you want to pretend there's furniture in Minecraft. We'll do that sort of thing. So I'll just see you next time. So bye.